Hey guys, Shepherdini here. I've gotten a decent amount of requests to go ahead and show my gear. So I figured that instead of responding individually, I would go ahead and make a video. Now, I've been crit spec throughout the entire existence of this character, and I've been quite happy with it. I never did the proc specs, and I'm fairly happy with all the changes that I haven't. Now, I'll go ahead and jump right in to my costume, which is grades 1 through 3 as crit and grade 4 as crit hit. Now, ultimately, I would like to remove all of the crit on my costume, and most likely we'll be able to do that fairly easily with the changes
I'm not Jean, Scott, and I never will be.
the extra artifact slots,
Jean
of course.
isn't me.
Now, for my core, unfortunately, level 59. Nothing super great, but this is what I'm looking for. The 1% lifesteal, 1 energy, and whatever item find. If I could find a level 60, I would absolutely wear that, but as of right now, it's level 59. My Relic of Atlantis, kind of a no-brainer. Crit hit damage, fantastic. I feel like it's the most powerful damage relic available to Torch. For PvP, might end up switching to Lemuria if lifesteal seems underwhelming. For my artifacts, I've got the Blinding Brazier. Now, this to me is a no-brainer for Torch. It is a fantastic amount of damage, and the proc is nothing to be laughed at. The damage listed is low, but since it gets influence from your damage, it can tick pretty high. I think I'm ticking for around 2200 with it a tick, and it's fairly impressive. We've got the Blessed Metasensory Array as my final current artifact. If you're wondering why it's enchanted, it was because I did this before I knew legendaries existed. Now, it's a fairly impressive artifact by itself. Attack speed, not a super great stat for Torch. Wouldn't suggest gearing for it, but having it is nice, especially with how impressive Burning Volley is going to be after the patch. The extra damage, great. And the +1 to all powers, you can't complain about that. I really feel like this artifact has it all in one. My medallion, unsurprisingly, is Bullseye. Crit hit, crit damage, it's... for me, I wish I could find a Cosmic of it. Hard to farm Cosmics with good rolls for Bullseye. My one complaint with it right now. My insignia is a piece of shit. As you can see, it is a level 53 insignia with 325 area power on it. Have not had much luck with my insignia. If I could have my perfect insignia, it would be either O'Grady or a elemental aura with area power and crit or crit damage on it. Moving down to my weapon, we've got the Gloves of the Light Brigade, the only currently Torch unique weapon. They give a decent amount of damage and a lot to Burning Volley, which is impressive. I don't love the proc when it burns ends burning condition, but I can't honestly think of a Cosmic that could really be better than this individually. For my flame, I've got a double roll, crit hit, and crit with some fairly mediocre current ranks to it. Fuel for the flame, of course, is nice. Extreme combustion, I don't use it. Not super impressed with it. But because of Gazillion's push to remove double procking or triple procking, crit hit, and crit rating on items, this, to me, seems like a very valuable piece in my arsenal. My boots are Burning Volley and Protective Flame with some move speed and tenacity, which is nice. Ultimately, if I could have my perfect pair of boots, it would keep these stats the same. maybe minus the mental defense, but have a Scorching Pyre instead of Protective Flame. However, since I don't use the Torch unique chest piece, the addition to Protective Flame is nice because I'm not really getting that anywhere else.
Boring lectures.
My belt, the Future Foundation belt, I feel like this again is a no-brainer. A perfect torch belt, gives ranks to Scorching Pyre, gives one to all power, spirit regen, spirit, dodge. It's fantastic, really. This is by far a best in slot type of belt. For my chest piece, which is what a lot of people have confusion about, I have the Eidolon Warwear, which is an any hero unique, which is fairly rare. It has increased defense for a light armor chest, 15k health regen, which is fan-fucking-tastic. It's got some health on it, which is great for Torch, considering his low health pool. Move speed, again, great. These drones that it spawns with 5% chance are fantastic. We've got some range damage on it, if that wasn't good enough. However, I hear that this range damage roll on it is pretty low. However, I've only found one of these after a month of playing. So, again, happy to get whatever I can get. And the tenacity, you can't complain about that. To end this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my skill spread as well. We've got Burning Volley, basic attack, fantastic, getting buffed in the patch. We've got Scorching Pyre. Now, I wish this was higher, but until I can find some better gear, especially upgrade my boots, I'm going to go ahead and be pretty happy with this being low because of how well it scales. Again, would love to get this to 40, but I don't want to sacrifice major stats for it. Now, Scorching Wall and Flame On are a bit of a point of contention amongst the Torch community. For me personally, I've got Flame On at 20, but it doesn't scale that great. Scorching Wall, again, it scales better, but I feel like it's situationally more difficult to use. So this is really based upon more of a subjective manner as to where you want to invest these points. If you want to put 20 in Scorching Wall and 6 in Flame On, you really can't go wrong. Now, Thermal Intensity is an extremely valuable skill for Torch and really is very overlooked. You have to have this, in my opinion, for Torch. It increases your damage exponentially. Fuel for the Flame, again, a must-have. And Protective Flame, you gotta have this. It's fantastic. You're a fucking tank. You can't die. So, I hope that this was informative for you guys interested in what I'm doing for whatever reason. But, again, hope this was helpful and hope you guys are enjoying Torch.